The Sun is the star at the center of our solar system. Going by the size of the Sun, and the heat we receive from it, it is usually difficult to comprehend that the Sun is a star. You are welcome to Exquisite. In this class, we will be learning about the Sun, and especially why and how it is a star. Yes, the Sun is a star, just like numerous other stars you see at night. The obvious question is, then why does it look different? The simple answer is, the Sun looks different from other stars because it is by far the closest star to us. In fact, the only one in our solar system. To give you an idea of how close the Sun is to us, consider that it takes light only about 8 minutes to travel from the Sun to Earth, but it takes light about 4 years to travel from the next closest star to Earth. Is the Sun the biggest star? No, the Sun is just an average-sized star. There are stars smaller than the Sun, and there are stars bigger than the Sun. There are even stars that are 100 times bigger than the Sun. Is the Sun the brightest star? In absolute or intrinsic terms, the Sun is not the brightest star. What does this mean? If we can keep the Sun and all the stars at the same distance away from us, we will realize that the Sun is not the brightest star. There are stars that are even 100,000 times brighter than the Sun. So what is special about the Sun? The only thing special about the Sun is the fact that it is the closest star to us. Because of its closeness to us, we see the Sun as the brightest star in our sky. This is called apparent brightness. The apparent brightness of a source changes, depending on how close or far away we are from the source. On the other hand, the intrinsic or absolute brightness of a source does not change with distance from the source. So, intrinsically, the Sun is not the brightest star, but apparently, it is the brightest star, only because it is really very close to us. If we could place some of the other stars at the same location as the Sun, they would consume the Earth. How about the Moon? Is it also a star? No, as bright as the Moon appears in our night sky, it is not a star, it is just a rocky object that reflects light from the Sun. What makes an object a star isn't just the brightness, but rather the fact that it can generate its own light through the process of nuclear fusion. Yes, all stars shine because of light they produce during a nuclear reaction known as fusion. A star is a luminous gas ball of mostly hydrogen and helium, held together by gravity of the star, and at the core of the star, hydrogen nuclei continually combine with each other to form helium nuclei through the process of nuclear fusion. So, an important criterion for a star is that nuclear fusion takes place at the core, and it is this fusion that releases the energy we see as light from the Sun and other stars. Are the stars born? Do they die? Yes, the stars are born, and they die. The Sun is estimated to have been born about 4.6 billion years ago. It has been a star for this long, and it is estimated to die in about 5 billion more years. We will discuss about how stars are born, and how they die, in our class on the evolution of stars. The temperature at the core of the Sun is about 15.7 million Kelvin. This is the sort of temperature required at the center of stars, to be able to start and sustain the process of hydrogen fusion. The temperature at the surface of the Sun is about 6,000 Kelvin. It is much lower than the temperature at the core, but it is still 3 times greater than the temperature of very hot blast furnaces, which we create here on Earth. In the next classes, we will start learning interesting things about each of the planets. See you then.